Toys of today is so much different from back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. Last time, things are made to last. They are really made of very good material. Even you can see the printing on anything on the cardboard or the painting on dolls. They're all of very good quality material. The color doesn't fade. Today you buy a toy, they are made of chemicals. Under the UV light or sunlight, in 1-2 years, the color just fades off. I started my collection sometime in the early 80s. It was after my national service, and I started by just collecting one item. Then as I go along, I realized that there are so many things to collect. It was during the last phase where those kampong people are going to the HDB apartments. They have to give up the shop in the kampongs, and then they have to either sell the thing or abandon the thing. So at that time, I find that there's so many things for me to collect. So I start to buy them and collect them and pick them up. Nearly 10 years as my collection grew, so I decided to part some of my things. But I realized that once I sell them, I cannot get back the same thing. So I decided to open a museum. My shop itself is about 15 years old, but I only started the museum about 5 years ago. Although the museum is not very big, but in terms of the artifact or the number of things in the museum, there is so many. Those who really like my customer, they will spend 2-3 hours in this museum. They can look at it and then they can have some story behind it. Ask me, the children museum is for the children or for the adult? For the children, it will be more of education to them because they have not seen the toys made of plastic, made of tin, made of wood. Nowadays, they play with handphone, they play with computer games, all are digital. But then for the older generation, those in the 40s and 50s, they have grown up with this toy. So they see the toy again, they remember the good old days. Singapore is a very young country, but we don't have really many antique things because by definition, antique must be something 100 years and above. Because some of the toys you see in this museum, they are probably, maybe the older you can see about 60 years old. So to the museum or to the heritage board, they think that these are not old enough to qualify as an antique to put in the museum, in the history museum. So they have not really set their priority into collecting all these things. Any collectible item or antique, there's a value in it. For me, within my own capacity, I try to preserve what I can and share with all the fellow people, fellow collectors. You must have some liking for history, culture before you visit my